don't forget to measure once and cut twice. Alrighty, moment of truth time. You guys think it'll open? I'm hoping so. Gaps look okay. Nothing too crazy. It did sag a little bit once I got that out. I was hoping that I could keep that bottom part, but I'm gonna have to make it a part of the door. And this moved a little bit after I cut it. No big deal. It's not off by much, but I'm scared. Anybody want to come over here and open this damn door? Okay. Think it's gonna open? Alright, pulling the lever. Holy shit, it worked. Look at that. The door opens. Well, shit. Boom! Door! I think all this is working out pretty good. What I did was I knew that it was going to bend here. So, I took my tape measure and I put one end on the pivot point, right? So I put this end on the pivot point. Alright, so I can do this with holding the camera. So, pivot point's here. So I held that there. Excuse my handiwork of the camera here. So I held that, and then all I did is I swung this guy all the way around the circle. Figure out the angle. I don't know, it's pretty rough, but figured it only moves on one axis, right? So, yeah. Huh. Look at that. Think I threw a little bit and it'll work out. Ah, fuck, it moved. Yeah. See the doors, this side's a little flimsy. And it's, gotta put a lot more steel and whatever in there. Anyway, so good. It worked. I'm just excited. Super fucking stoked. It's kind of nice when you plan something out, you think about it. I don't know, I stare at this door almost every day and trying to figure out a way how the fuck I'm going to do it. I'm really glad that it worked out. But now, I got a little easier access to get in here. So, that's the beginnings of the back wall. It's one of the sections. I basically just, cut the bottom off, made it kind of fit. Crammed her in there. This section isn't actually for this specific place, but I picked one that was slightly ahead, so then I would have more wiggle room, because there's not really a lot of space. And yeah, it worked out pretty good. There's, I don't know, probably like a 5-degree, it leans back about 5 degrees or so. It's not quite vertical, and I wanted to do that just so if I can get a chair that reclines a little bit, it'll be more comfortable, and it'll look pretty good. Oh, and in case you're wondering how this was done, so I grabbed a can of that spray foam and I just dumped her in there. So the spray foam is holding this in place right now. It's pretty good. It's like pretty hard. I like here for, I don't know, like a day and a half, 2 days, until I decided to actually cut this, and it's pretty hard. Yeah, this side, so I use one can, and by the end of it, it's starting to get a little messy. I don't really understand why the first part of the can was so easy, and the second part just kind of exploded, but whatever. It comes off fairly easy. Seems that side, it's all filled, and that's all that's holding that door to the skin. Soon I'll be obviously fixing it properly. Maybe I'll give you a rundown on that. Okay, so we've got a small lip here along the side, right? These are all for the seals. The seals click into these guys. So, pretty much have to make this nice. Goes all the way down so that my seal will fit, and there'll be nothing no air leaks, because it has 2 seals on it, and yeah, 2 seals are better than 1, I guess. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, and then there's that stupid dash. Now it's gonna be a lot easier to get in here. Just trying to figure that sucker out. I like kind of bouncing back and forth on the ideas of what I really want to do with this, because in the grand scheme of things, if I do a flat dash with a flat panel and then add the piece in after, it's a lot easier. Making it in like 3 pieces. Making it in 1 piece is easier said than done, but I don't think this project was the easy. Wasn't really looking for like the easiest way to have a car, because usually you just go buy one as opposed to building one. So yeah, I think that's I'm just gonna continue thinking about it. I'm gonna cut this chunk, make it look kind of like a dash, and then I'll probably end up making 4 of them, like I usually make everything more than once. So, you know, I need the practice, right? Alright, I'm gonna get on that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so step 1 is decided that the center piece beside the so I've decided that the center console is going to end up being 8 inches wide. Should be somewhere around 8 inches tall, so I cut a strip. It's 8 inches wide. I'm going to cut it into 2-foot sections. I'm going to make a box and then fit it inside the car. So I'm going to get on that. Alright, she's all cut out. Now it's time to add screws. Alright, box is complete. It's obviously not square, right? So I just crammed her down as far as she went until this point here is flat, right? And so now it's kind of bent out at an angle, because it's 8 at the top and the bottom's probably like 9.5. So now it's not a square box. Yeah. Just gonna sit down, see if it's gonna be too tall, and gonna bash all this shit in. Basically, this piece of wood here is flat, and then some of this is not. It sticks up a little bit. So if I had a pair of nice metal working vice grip things, I'd just probably bend her down nice, but I got a big ass hammer, so I'm just gonna smash it, because hey, we're not professional around here. Alright, let's get at her. Alright, so we got her bashed in. Another chunk of wood in there for the framework, and then I measured out the 8 inches. Oh damn. Now I need to radius this, so I'm just running around looking for things that will work. So this is a hubcap, and I think that'll make a nice circle. Alright, let's get at her. Alrighty, so I'd say that's kind of the beginnings of a dash. Looking okay, isn't it? Now, I obviously have to build whatever the hell to make this all filled in, whatever. It's a good start. Under here, there's a steel bar, which I have to attach a chunk of wood to get this to stay where I want it. So it's, see the angle there? Kind of smoothly goes down, and then I'll be able to put the whatever it's called, the touch screen or something in there. Just has to come back down. There's lots of things. I mean, once this gets screwed into that middle piece, this will be really nice. Yeah. Not bad for about half an hour, eh? So then I'm gonna build this wall, make it all nice and fancy. I'm thinking probably need some sort of stereo in here. I mean, I've got holes right there for, I think it's 6x9 or something. Can fit in there. Probably chuck another speaker in there, and then right here, since I have the space, I might make a sphere speaker box, because sound, like subwoofers and whatever, the more it can bounce around, like the sound waves, the better the sound. So if you made a speakers box that's a ball or a circle, there's no rough edges, so the sound can bounce around a lot longer. So yeah, I don't know, maybe put a speaker box in the center. I just want an 8, maybe 8 sub, or maybe 2 8s. Might put them behind the seat. Don't know yet. Haven't got that far. Maybe a 6x9 in the back behind the seats. Actually, yeah, it would sound pretty good, because I have one 6x9 there, and if you take I think it's the positive from the front speaker and the negative from the back speaker, and you wire that into the middle speaker, you'll have, that's how you do 6, what the hell it is called, surround sound, basically, whatever. If I put a 6x9 in behind the seat, then you'd have pretty okay sounding system, I think. I mean, I'm not looking for the most ridiculous stereo. I don't want this thing to rattle apart. You know, you and I have all been driving around this, and you hear that asshole. It's got that huge stereo, but his car sounds like garbage from the outside. The whole thing's shaking and rattling. And considering this thing's just out of fiberglass, it'll probably vibrate pretty good. So something clean and not ridiculous will be nice. Yeah. Alright, now to find another project. Hey, I'll fill in those sides. Try to figure out how to get that in there. Obviously, the car is wider than 4 feet, so I need to make the end piece here. That looks kind of awesome. Then I'm going to have to make a piece that wraps around here. That'll be too easy. Yeah, alright.